We are live. We are absolutely direct with Jenn Ritt, who helps women to step into their next chapter, building health on the inside and the outside with her transformational knowledge, which helps women to really connect with their vision, connect with their identity, connect with their next move, and stop that feeling of emotional and physical blocks arresting their development and arresting their growth, stopping them from overthinking, creating habits that feel natural instead of forced. Welcome.
Thank
She
you.
leads, she sells. Jenn Ritt in the cyber building. Speak to me, sister.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to have the opportunity to talk to your audience and, talk about what I'm really passionate about. So I appreciate it.
No worries. Tell me, we always like to dig into who is ideal for you, your ideal client. Hey, is it somebody who is in their 40s, professional woman looking to pivot to their next career, empty nester? Like, can we dig in, please, into who is exactly ideal for you, who you tend to work with?
I've worked with a lot of different women in a lot of different areas of life, but the main thread that they have in common is that they are in a major life transition and they are searching for their next chapter or really fulfill their purpose. Um, so that really is my ideal client. I do it in several different capacities, really. I really have a big passion for women who are in midlife. I mean, I'm in midlife, and I have gone through a very similar journey. So I really love to help other women, with that journey because it's so personal to me as well. But I also work with women who, just want to start a business and they want to get out of where they're at, the corporate world, or wherever they are, and they want to move into their own thing. So.
Good. All right. So you kind of covered a little bit of the question that I was going to touch upon, that you help people who are transitioning maybe into a business. What are some of the other outcomes that you help people with?
Um, Well, it kind of runs the gamut, but the outcomes are building your business. Really, a lot of the outcomes are really helping women dig in deep to who they are and what they really want. A lot of times women think that they know what they want and they don't realize they've got some conflicting beliefs going on there. And when you really dig into it, we can really dig out what it is that they really want and where those conflicting beliefs are and redirect. It's a really beautiful process. I don't know if you know, I do subconscious work. So I do hypnosis and hypno-coaching and that kind of thing. So that really can bring about some really tremendous shifts in people. So,
Okay. So, are we talking about, with the subconscious work, people having deep rooted beliefs that they're not worthy, or is it childhood stuff that you help to um do, or is it the patriarchy? Like, what exactly comes up in the subconscious work that you find?
gosh, it can be anything. It's normally always beliefs that were formed in childhood around worthiness and around, like for instance, yesterday I was working with a woman who really wants a relationship. And I mean, she really wants a relationship. She doesn't have a good example of it from her past and her childhood, but she's to the point of where she's really frustrated because she feels like she's doing everything right. She's putting, she's putting the prayer, she's doing the work. And so we started digging into it and she said something like, well, yeah, I'm consciously choosing to stay single. And I went, whoa, 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 go back, go back, go back. What did you just say? I'm like, you're telling me that you want a relationship, you're doing everything, but on the other hand, you just told me that you're consciously choosing to stay single. Now, that right there is subconscious work. She had no idea she had these two beliefs going on at the same time. So then we took that, worked through it, and now she's got a clear path going forward. But, if you're consciously telling yourself something, what do you expect is going to change? If you keep
Mhm.
telling yourself that same story. So it's really tremendous, the shifts that I help people with.
Amazing. How
Yeah.
are you invisible? Like, what do you do? Offline, online? Do you go into groups? Like, let us know what your menu looks like in terms of getting visible.
Okay, so I am online. I'm on several platforms. I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, all the major social media channels. And yes, and I'm just started going into venues and doing some public speaking and some workshops and that sort of thing. And I'm really been focusing a lot on getting out into the community right now too with my message. I'm um I'm someone that really likes to connect on a deeper level with people. So going out into the community is something I'm really passionate about.
Amazing. And I know you might have dealt with this with some of your clients and things, but in terms of sales, what does sales mean to you and what does sales mean to your clients? Like, what do you find the whole essence of sales? How do you deal with sales? For me, sales is spiritual and something that we do for people, not to people. And it's to create new paradigms, it's to serve. In your perspective, tell me about sales.
Sales, well, I think it's never been my reason for doing this work. And I believe that sales is, it is energetic. It is an exchange. And I think, there's something. It's kind of hard for me to even put into words, but it's because it's so big. Sales is I don't really view it as sales. I view it as putting my work out into the world and then helping somebody else then be able to put their work out into the world. And that I think has always been my mission, my bigger mission is that ripple effect of lifting somebody else up so they can put their magic and their work out into the world. Sales, I do believe, is energetic. Believe that it's also a measure, a little bit of a measure of worth of your own self-worthiness too. And I could go
Unpack
into
that.
a whole.
Could you unpack that, please? Why is sales a measure of your self-worthiness?
Because I believe that you have to see yourself as being worthy of receiving. And that's really something that I have struggled with on this journey is really seeing myself as somebody that deserves to receive abundance, that deserves to receive, prosperity and that sort of thing. I could go like on a whole different tangent because that has been a really massive lesson for me on entrepreneurship. So much so that I am kind of offshooting into more of a wealth and wellness um, branch of my work. I'm kind of going in that direction. So it'll be fun to see where that goes. But yeah, it's a big the sales thing is a big thing to unpack, especially if you are a spiritual person. Yeah, you really have to like start to see it differently and start to see money and wealth differently.
Mhm.
I know you've probably figured that out in your own work.
Yeah, I mean, I've got four energetic characters that I speak about in terms of my woman. Is fearful Fiona, who's fearful about money,
Yeah.
scarcity.
Yep.
Serving Susie gets better with serving Susie, but she's still undercharging.
Yep. Yep.
Just to maybe get the sale. Hey, $5,000 investment. We could do it over 2 years, $200 a month. And then we step into joyful Juliet. I think I'm going to call her joyful Jen now because of you. But just the joyful element of if someone's in joy, it means they are in their element. They are loving their work. And then
Yeah.
at the top
Yeah.
level, limitless Laura, limitless money, $5 trillion in the US money supply. The money is out there,
Yeah.
limitless joint venture opportunities, limitless clients for me, limitless, limitless, limitless. And so I really denote sales down to energy, and it's a transference of energy. So you can transfer fear, you can transfer, okay, I'm serving, or you can transfer joy, or
Yeah.
transfer limitlessness and stuff. So
Yeah. It's a really that's why I'm kind of going towards that wealth and wellness branch, or I'm exploring it because I think there's so many conversations around money and wealth and what it means to people. And I think it's a really fascinating subject. So,
Amazing.
yeah.
Big goal for 2026. I know. Yeah, it's going. 20. We're in
I
March already.
know, isn't
Yeah.
that crazy? I can't
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, my big goal for 26 has always been to really get out onto this into the arena, like out on stages, into the community, public speaking, getting into groups, versus a lot of my work has been being done like with social media and online and all that. And I really want to get into the community and make my message bigger and broader. So that's my
Okay, so doing stuff offline, is that doing talks and stuff, or like, yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, talks and going into venues and talking to women and, doing some workshops and things too because, there's definitely a need for that. So, yeah, so that's been my goal since the end of last year to really pursue that venue. I'm not somebody that's super comfortable public speaking or getting on stage. I expect that I might pass out. But you know how you are when you're an entrepreneur and you just like I'm at the point where I'm going to force myself. I'm going to push past it and go and I just feel like that's what I'm being called to. So,
what do they say, Jen? They say the best form of personal development is by creating a business.
oh my God, I could talk for hours on that. I never in my life would have ever, when I started on this journey, ever thought that it was gonna be what it has been. I literally have been on this journey for, I guess, 2.5 years full time. I have changed into a completely different person, I feel like. It has been such a great journey. I highly recommend it for everybody.
Amazing.
Yeah, but it's not for the faint of heart either.
Yeah. Tell me, tell me, we mentioned the entrepreneurial journey. What's the hardest thing right now in this AI automation age, high noise? What's the
Mm.
biggest challenge as an expert like you are today?
You know, the Yeah, all the noise. That really is it really is a big thing for people that are doing work like myself and, even the online coaching world. I think we saw a massive shift in the last year or two, but especially this year. I myself stepped back a little from social media because I felt like every time I was going on, I was being bombarded with just noise, noise, noise. So I really think the biggest challenge is digging deep into yourself and figuring out where it is that you want to make your mark and what's important to you and what feels good to you. That's why I took a step back from social media. It wasn't feeling good to me anymore and why I'm now going more, community connection based because
Beautiful. Oh,
yeah,
Jen, stop it. This is delicious.
yeah,
This is delicious because ultimately you could follow the trend, but the ladder leaned up against the wrong wall.
yeah, yeah,
It's still the wrong wall.
yeah. Oh, it is. And you know what? Once you start hitting that wrong wall, it doesn't feel good, and it kinda just keeps going like this until you pull yourself back and you really get in touch with yourself, and, I think there's also a big, like, you feel like you have to hustle and you have to push, push, push with entrepreneurship, like, you just have to keep going, 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 and, I mean, this has been a big struggle for me too, like, I feel like if I don't do this, or if I drop this ball or I do that, then everything's gonna, go haywire or whatever, but really what I found is it's coming back to myself and who I am and what feels good to me, and then following that, and then things fall. The right people come, the right opportunities come, that sort of thing.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
On my shelf, what I'm digging into right now is not sure if you know what this one, Dollars Flow to Me.
No, you're showing me well, the other book, the deservingness one, I hadn't seen either, but no,
Yeah.
okay.
Dollars Flow to Me is all about saying whatever on the external, like our bank account, like that isn't the real cause of, what's happening. It all starts from
Oh,
the
yeah,
internal. So if we are able to
yeah,
internally
yeah.
feel and be in the vibration that money is like sugar in Walmart. And if you want more sugar in Walmart, that store hasn't got any. We go to another store and it's plentiful.
It's
And so,
plentiful.
yeah. And so this is what really got me to really tap into the whole energy of, hey, look, money is sugar. Sugar
Mhm.
in Walmart is everywhere.
Yeah, it's the leaves on the tree, the grass
Yeah,
in the yard,
yeah,
the grapes in the vineyards. It's like plentiful. It's everywhere.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so that's what that's what's helped me teach my clients as well. I always dig into this, but what are you digging into right now? In that regard, yeah.
What am I digging into right now?
Sorry, what are you watching? Sorry, what are you reading right now? Yeah.
Well,
What are
okay,
you
I'm gonna tell you this honestly. There was a time where I was digging into everything. I was doing Think and Grow Rich, Bob Proctor. I mean, I've done all the spiritual gurus.
Yeah,
And then you know what happened is I started growing and evolving, and I was realizing like, wow, wait, I already, like I already know this. I feel like I've evolved and grown to that level to where I know this stuff, and now it's really just integrating it and bringing it in and practicing it. And so
beautiful.
I took a tiny step back from that too, because I felt like I was putting so much in
Yeah,
that now it was just time to integrate and let my own outlook of my own work kind of move forward.
beautiful.
So that's where I've been. And
Yeah, amazing. Any favorites or any podcasts or any principles that you're focused on now? Like any quotes, principles, anything to share?
I do a lot of Bob Proctor. I think made a big difference in the way the way I saw or perceive myself. I think a lot of times we have a perception of who we are and what we can achieve. And it's hard to see ourselves outside of that box. And so his work really has made a big difference in allowing me to shift that perception. Like I can be anything, do anything that I want. The only thing that holds you back is yourself in your perception of yourself. So that's been a really big thing for me, a big understanding for me.
Perfect. Let them know how they can get in contact with yourself and um
I have a
really,
website.
yeah.
It's www.theritpath.com. And that's my company name is The Rit Path. My last name is Ritt, so I'm leading you, guiding you on the path. I'm on all social medias, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, and I also offer a free discovery call. So anybody that would like to just, uh, get in touch with me, we'll do an hour chat and get to know each other and, decide what the work might look like. So
Perfect. Thank you ever so much, Jen, for blessing us with your insights.
thank you. I really appreciate it. I always love talking about this work because it is so important.
Perfect. Perfect. She leads, she sells. That's Jenn Ritt. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Let's go.
Oh, we need it right now.
That's